Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Oakland Raiders. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
White down. 180. White down. You must get white.
Now the first-round pick from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Hey, dude. Watching the clock. You ain't got nothing. Express. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Got you. I got you.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
15, check my 15. Okay, just like that. Just like that. Under 10, 10. Low. Check 3.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So that last penalty making this third down much more manageable. Third down, 4 yards to go. From the gun, it's Carr. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 41-yard line.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
185. 59. Smell fear now.
Now on 2nd and 13. Carr. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Like Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams came to the Raiders in March. Came up the coast from L.A. where he caught 41 balls last year with the Chargers. His best year was 2016 when the Chargers were still in San Diego. Over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, and the Raiders really have high hopes for this 27-year-old receiver. Carr now to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Carl come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 24, Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit and not go down and fumble the ball.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
7 yards there and a first down.
Check, 42's the mic. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me. Hey, Ringo, 48. Zebra. Check hot route. Hot 60. What's that?
Cousins now from the 50. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Maurice Hurst. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
And that's their first sack of this game. But how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Now Cousins. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. The Raider offense, and they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security, because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense. They affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
Now Carr on the bootleg. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. Carl come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One of my favorite safeties in the league is Harrison Smith. His ability to support in the run game, as we just saw there, that's key, but also can cover deep as well.
Safety's creeping. Check three.
On 2nd down now. It's Jacobs, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Hey, one day, down. 280. Kill. I hope you got your left, because I'm about to take you. Ball. 54, right there. 54.
Shotgun now for Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the slant.
They run with Abdullah, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
You're mine.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Now. 180. Hey, we're good. 180.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The last time we saw Jason Witten on a football field instead of the broadcasting booth was, of course, 2 years ago, 2017. He had 63 catches, 560 yards, 5 touchdowns. It was his 11th Pro Bowl that season for a man who came into the league back in 2003. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to 4th down. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And, oh, this is going to depend on forward progress. But they're saying no, he didn't get there. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 9, Cousins. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Watch the shit! Mike's 42! Hey, here I come!
X3, 218, chopper.
Cousins to throw it. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. A pitch back. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
3rd down and 11.
Jahan, 180. I know, easy.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
On play action, Cousins. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, trying to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
49, check 49, check 49.
Throwing again. Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Here's Carr. He's going to let this one go deep and unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
First down 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They start the drive with Abdullah. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They go play action. Cousins. He completes it to Abdullah. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down.
Behind! Ready!
Check. Mike 42. I'm coming.
Cousins on 1st down. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Bailey's kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Man, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I always...
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Maurice Hurst picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Get away. 29 is the mic.
Here's Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Mike 42.
A first down throw for Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Check. Hey, check 24. Check 24. We're going.
On the run, Abdullah. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll run here. Abdullah. They needed a yard. They got it. First down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
First down. Here's Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Check it back. Recon, 132 fighter.
On first down. Boom. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
Jahan, what I need?
I'm trying to collect.
Hey, can't.
Back.
Where's Jahan?
On 3rd down, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They run. Abdullah. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
It's 3rd and goal.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Tajay Sharp, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead grows to 10-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
29.
To throw, it's Carr. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go!
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The coverage that time excellent by Nevin Lawson. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Play fake. Cousins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play.
Express.
59. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 59, Mike. 59.
Hey, Echo.
59. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 51. 59. Hey, defense. Hey, defense.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On the delay, this is Abdullah. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throwing on second down, Cousins. And out across midfield down to the 45. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
That's good for our Vikings. First down.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point, just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Jonathan Abram able to make the play defensively.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Running from the gun, it's Abdullah. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know all week long he vowed to take that number. Got this, but he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. Now Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Darren Waller, the intended receiver.
Hey, Mike's 42. Mike's 42. Get ready. Get ready.
On first down, Abdullah. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Got to figure now after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
Ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I'm just chuckling a little bit because I remember my days playing, and if I had a receiver that was 3 inches taller than me and couldn't complete that play, my confidence was really going to rise at that point. I was going to feel really good about myself if I could let him know it too.
Man, that's the difference between those two guys. 3 inches of height, but hey, good job defensively to break it free. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. There's Britton Colquitt now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Check. Crunch. 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 Check. Check 43. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3. Hey.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And down he'll go at the 25. That one a first down pickup of 8.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
On first down, Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 33 as we ironically approach 3:33 remaining in the quarter. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, box truck. Express. 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike. Hey, watch the slant. Hey, 734. Watch 85. Let's go, D. Big Sears right here. We got to step it up. Mike, 55.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big 1st down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Hard to throw for it on 4th down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Following the interception, Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing here, Cousins. He's going to air one out. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Bailey got the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Abdullah. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to... A big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Carr. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time.